Alright. Hello everybody. Welcome back to more Shadowbringers. Now, I went back and I checked the previous recordings. And up till now, I've been internally kind of thinking like, you know, the voice volume has been kind of on the low side. But, you know, maybe that was just a me thing. Well, I went back, I checked the videos, and I could tell that, yes, the voice volume in those original, like, 3 episodes was seemingly, like, ridiculously low. Now I don't know if I have fixed the problem or not because I haven't tested, but I've upped the master volume to 70. In exchange, I did bump the BGM down to 30. The voice volume was already at freaking 100. So I'm hoping that like it's okay now. But I honestly don't know because here, maybe we could try turning on voice boost. Apparently that's a thing. But I have no idea. Either I don't know. I haven't been able to test it in any way. Shockingly, there's not a lot of instances of voice acting in this game that aren't part of, you know, the MSQ. I say that sarcastically, because, you know, the only voicing really is in the MSQ. So I'm hoping, you know, that I have managed to increase the volume enough on the voices to matter without inadvertently making everything else like ridiculously loud. So I'll only know when we get into it, which you know, since I'm done putting this this hand cream onto the palms of my hand. The palms of my hands specifically. Nowhere else does this happen, but the palms of my hands specifically are like super dry and like super flaky. I have to put freaking body cream on it. And it's supposed to be like a one-time appliance. And then it's like, oh yeah, now you'll be good all day. But I have to use this stuff like 4 or 5 times throughout the day in order to keep my hands from like being dry and flaky and like scaly. It's ridiculous. I don't know why that is. The Crystarium's resolved. The Exarch is eager to delve into the details of his proposal. Also, you might notice, if you look at the bottom there, I have done... Really, all I've done today is my roulettes. But that was enough to gain 2 levels. So we're good for a little while on Dancer. So... And at that point, I might even be close enough to use another class. Whoops. I forgot to switch it over to English. But that does sound a lot better. The voice boost I think also helped, so But we'll find out. Maybe it's an English voicing thing, you know? Maybe the English voices are quiet.
単なる夜空ではなかった。ノルブラントの未来、その一端だ。私たちの手は大罪をほふれない。だが、希望が胸を壊す限り、立ち上がって歩いていける。
I don't have a way of accessing the settings in the cutscene, so I promise that as soon as this cutscene is over, I'll switch it. Friends, I think you're gathering at such short notice. There's something I would ask you all. I'll just have to like go over. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago. To my dismay, the general condemned the slaying of the Light Warden and warned me in no uncertain terms that should the Crystarium cast its light with the warrior, its lot with the warrior of darkness, there would be war. Don't be mistaken. We would be hard pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet, my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. And so says my heart. My mind, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all, what should we do? It feels like, you know, doing one of those videos where it's like, the person is speaking in Japanese, but then they have somebody dubbing over at the same time. My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the night's return. The whole of Norvent deserves the same, not just because some children's story tells us so. Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade will be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what will trickle through. And make do we will. Aye, we can weather such hardships. That's the very thing the Crystarium was built for. Always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves, not just to endure, but to thrive. When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. To make them a day when all hope seems lost, even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. So fight on. Our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow. Well, they were apart. I never cared much for those Yulmore bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse. You can tell you can also tell like how different the voice, the like Japanese words are. It's like sometimes I can read this, and it's like they've stopped by the time I get to like here. But then there's other times where like I'll read all of this and then they're still talking. You know? It's really funny. Oh my. That's you to spoil the moment.
ならば今
It
我
appears
らの
we
意
have a
志を示そう
consensus. Especially since they usually try to start a little after to give it that kind of like feeling of like, hey, they're, you know, it's like a translation thing, you know.
実は落山城に駐留している
I wish I did know enough Japanese to be able to
て
translate what they're actually saying. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxenloft has taken the Oracle of Light
積
captive.
み食いと渡り合うことのできる彼
They
女
fear the power she holds over the Sin
お
Eaters
そらく再び
and
監禁して
doubtless
しまう
intend to imprison her once more.
ならば闇の戦士を支持
And
し
moves that we rescue
積み
the
食いを
Oracle
退けんとする我ら
grant her a place among us.
光の
And
御子を
let
救い出
that
し
be our answer
仲
to
間に迎える
Yulmoran's
べきではないか
ultimatum.
賛成。
それにあたって策のあるものは
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
これで町ごと反逆者だ
And there you have it.
あなた
If
方も
Yulmore wishes to
一員
denounce
と
us
して
as
加わるか
villains,
い
we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
まったく
You will not be
したた
outdone.
かだな。あな
Consider
た
us
も
your partners in
あ
the
なた
crime.
の町の民も。
水晶湖まずはアマラを使って
Lord,
フェ
our
イクランドの
proposal
空を
is
制
as
して
follows. We begin by deploying Amara to occupy the
その
skies
出
over
発を遅らせま
Lakeland.
しょう
They should serve to delay the airship's departure.
同時に工芸
At the
館
same
で開
time,
発された
we
ドリーム
scattered
パウダー
dream
を上
powder
空から
from
振
the
り
air.
まく全員を眠らせられはしない
Not
でしょ
all
う
will
が
succumb to
戦
its
力を
effects,
削げましょう
but it should
そこ
thin
に
the enemy's
私た
numbers,
ち衛兵団が乗り
affording
込ん
us
で
an opening
ニコ
to
を救
swoop
助しま
in
す
and liberate the Oracle.
分かったその作戦で行こう
See to
各
the
自
preparation.
準備を進めてくれ
The duality of language. Some languages that sometimes two words get across things better in a language than
私
a
たちも
thousand
役
in
目をくれるん
another.
でしょうね。とびっきりやりがいのあるやつを。
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence. Indolence? Oh, no, I've heard that word before. Avoidance of activity or exertion. Laziness.
詳しい指示はライナから受けてくれ
Interesting. So basically, she was just like, we won't just sit around and do nothing. Give us something to do. If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders. Ah, yes, this is where normally we would get the Crystarium armor. But we won't get it this time because of the fact that we have sorry, I was just noticing that there were options here, and I was surprised. That's all. I didn't even realize that you could, like, up the character, like, and object displays. Anyway, I've gone and, you know, switched it to English now. I have no idea what I was just saying. Oh yeah, the Crystarium armor. Normally we would get that in, I think, the quest. There's a quest where you, like, get your stuff glammed. The game is like, you will be wearing a glam for this. I think after that quest, like, I think you get the armor afterwards. I think. But we won't get it here in New Game Plus. But if I were to go to, say, Calamity Salvager, I'd be able to get the gear again. So, you'll be joining the guard. But however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you'll receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? I'm actually, like, upset that they don't give you that as an emote. Better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, clear certainly. Now, first things first. You'll need uniforms. Go to the crystalline mean and report to Castless. She will see you measured and fitted. It's also possible that we would have gotten it here before that, but I don't know. Maybe they give it to you ahead of time. I don't remember. It's been too long. But I do know. Also, sorry. I tend to forget that the butt is a little. Like, I tend to get a little loud when I go, but, you know, but, either way, like, if I wanted to get the armor, I could go get it from one of the Calamity Salvagers. And there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way, we'll see to it you look your dashing best for your first outing. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. Luckily, I don't have any mods, so I don't have any custom measurements. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's a ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well then, see to it. Have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy Amaro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit? Correct? The unit will be divided into two contingents. One deploying from Fort Job, the other from the Osel Imperative. You and Elfino will join the former. Vrin, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamil at Spagirix. She will issue you with the serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. Also, I probably have all of the voices wrong. quite far to the imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the rookery. After you've collected the serum, of course. Like, they make a big deal out of, like, you know, hey, you know, do the salute. But then they don't actually let us have it. It's like, come on. Like, you gave us the Imperial salute last time. You know? Like, the only thing that you need to do is turn the animation into an emote. So why don't we get it? Like, you have the animation. You know? Yes, sweetie. Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your drum, are you? Here you go. Just as this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you, it's bitter as sin. Prince's kiss, they call it. But if you ask me, it should be Crone's kiss. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. But if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to Dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Prince's Kiss, the foul-tasting serum grants resistance to the effects of dream powder. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. How you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Now to see Zem Zhenmai. Believe he is... Wait, is he... Okay. Well, I've already passed it. It's fine. I was gonna say, is he over by the Rookery Ethernet? Yes, and I was already, like, most of the way there. So... Yes, what do you require of me? And I'm all to take you to the imperative, eh? But I would like to oblige. All our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. Maybe we'll have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. Logistics of Wars. Zem Zhenmai has a task for you, should you be willing. I was about to deliver an Amaro to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good. So ready the Amaro for departure at once. Radiska's Round is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry and she will give you further instructions. If you should become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the Rookery. That is all. Go well. So if you don't have all of the Ethernet, or all of the ether currents, you can still fly here. This is one of those, this is one of those vehicle mounts, if you will, to use a term from World of Warcraft. I don't know what they'd be referred to as here. But the idea being that it has like all of its abilities and like flight and stuff like that, even if you don't have access to that normally. You're delivering that tomorrow to us? Afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Said this one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see it to the handler on duty, Zeli Vantu. If we encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll see you right watch. How convenient. That means I can travel to the Imperative on mount. That said, there is a quest that becomes available right here at that exact moment for an ether current. If I remember correctly. So like, you can actually just hop off the mount there and then come back to it later. Ah, the last tomorrow. Thanks, my friend. You may leave the beast with me. Say, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? I'm joining for the mission. This is the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Ostal Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. First thing you want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. And yeah, this is usually your first, like, time arriving here. So. Oh look, somebody else doing the quest. They disappeared because I have the disappear, like, other characters thing on. It seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'll not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. The Oracle of Light. With the operation fast approaching, Lena means to put you to work. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed them, a task I am sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see to 4 of the beasts. Dismissed. It's treated fodder. And now we just run around and treat the Amaro. Amaro fodder closed with the serum Prince's Kiss. Amaro happily devours the fodder, barely even noticing the terrible taste, the added terrible taste. Honestly, though, I've done that with, you know, real animals, and they really do just, like, not even notice it, which is always surprising to me. I was like, man, I feel like I would notice it, you know? And animals are supposed to, like, have a higher sense of taste than us. You know? Mo absent-mindedly munches on the fodder. So I'm like, it's weird, because, like, I feel like I would notice it, and I'd be like, what the frick, you know? And dislike it, and, you know, avoid it and stuff. But now, Mo was wary at first, but appetite eventually wins out, and it accepts the fodder. Or, like, you would think that they would smell it, because, you know, animals also have, like, better senses of smell than us. But not. You put it in, you stick it in there, and they have no idea. Morrow reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. Now, see that that one makes sense. Like, yes, the Amaro, the feed actually like smells. You know, the Amaro are fed. Good. The rest has already been doused, so we need not fear any of our mounts coming to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of their preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I'll send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. And so without flight, you would normally have to run up this, which leads you to here, which then you run up this, which leads you here, which then you run up this. And then we go all the way around here. Because yes, we are going to the very top of this freaking structure that is super freaking tall. So yeah, I think we do get the outfit as a reward after this. Because this is this is going to send us into the solo duty. And we get the costume then, so... Operation is about to commence. Stand ready. During the operation, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Proceed to Oracle of Light. And hey, look, they made it day for us. There she is.
Keep moving. What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
Don't breathe it in. Or do. That, you know, you can. That's fine by me.
Sound the alarm!
There we are.
Captain, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Time to go. do want to try one thing, which is I actually want to see where was the option just now. Oh yeah, voice boost. Try turn it, because that was like way louder than I expected it to be. So maybe normal is fine.
For the Crystarium!
Yeah, I think normal might actually be fine now. Reinforcement! We need reinforcement! Although maybe I have the sound effects up too loud now. Come, we keep close to the wall. Whoops. Right. Keep close to the wall. That's funny.
On guard!
It shows me in my normal outfit on the character menu. And here too! To arms! To arms! Damn it. Make this quick. Oh, interesting. Ronkin Cure. Certainly take your time. You've got to pass through this rubble and keep moving. The zeal is admirable, sister. But we were told to avoid enemy attention, not invite it. Do not have time. Leave them to the guard. Gilmore may boast the world's largest army. But woman for woman, we are no less mighty. Intruders, off them! Especially because you have the Warrior of Light. Endwalker actually has a really good quest. That's a good, like, example of just how, like, ridiculously powerful the Warrior of Light is. And it kind of really sucks. The freaking quest. There scum! No token force.
Let's give them a show!
They're serious about invading. He's trying to vorpal thrust, but he can't. You can stand, you can fight. Push them back. There's still more standing than I would have liked. And we must press on regardless. The longer we take, the harder our task will become. Don't seem to be getting anywhere. Rin, Lena, go on ahead. We'll hold them here. Understood. With me, Rin. By the way, in case anybody does wonder why it's Rin Chan, it's because there already was an Akagi Rin. When I made her, I legitimately just went for Rin Akagi, but that was not an option. The way is relatively clear. Good. These guys all fell asleep. she is. Quickly, free her. Interestingly, she's actually still awake. She's falling asleep, but she is still awake. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. She is a rogue, by the way. Join the others and quit this place. All this trouble because of me. I'm so sorry. Save your apologies until we've escaped. It's quiet. Too quiet. Be careful, it's a trap! That Vonjit? This will not end well. Don't worry, we'll beat the crap out of him. I know. This is the... Oh look, he's powerful. You need to get stronger. Scene. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. We will return to you more. No, don't go back to that cell. It's for your own protection. I really wish these lines were voiced. Ah! Got it. No! You alright? Fine, I just can't move. Stay there while I tend to these vermin. Tales do not lie. He is fierce beyond reckoning. We are outmatched. We cannot maintain this onslaught forever. We can't give up. We will do no such thing.
Be gone!
Found it! Now it is just you and me. Be careful, Ren. You're made of sterner stuff than the rest. I am indeed. Feathered sky. But will it be enough? Oh, come on, old man. You can do better than that. I'm like barely even going under half HP. Who's much to my bidding? It seems you are no ordinary soldier. True.
pity you persist in this folly.
You are persistent, this I will allow. Hilariously, he had a voice line, but it was not the line that was actually displayed. Like, what? Why have a voice line, but it's not the line displayed? I have your measure now. The game is up. Is it though?
It's over.
Is that the best you can do? Know your folly. But really though, is that the best he can do? Because, like, yeah, he knocked us down, but we regenerated our health. Perfectly fine.
You boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks.
I wonder why.
By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Hello. Hello, Thancred.
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
What? Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Goodbye. And we're out.
Break!
Rip.
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
Nah.
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the fairy kingdom.
Rip.
think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the Source to the First? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
Ilmag. Aw, yeah, one of my favorite parts of the expansion.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Ulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Orianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Orianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Ulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish 2 things. First, rendezvous with Orianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
No problem.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't Let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Nope. It's a fairy. Or a pixie, rather. I think they're technically pixies in this version.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Fairies, pixies, they're basically the same, like, creature.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us.
Fairies.
Yes, let's have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Whoops. Ilmag is a fairy kingdom, as one might expect. It is home to the Fey folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Ankred is trying to think his way out of the present predicament. Ilmag, the fairy kingdom. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lida Laran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. She knows all about the source and the reflections and all of that stuff, basically. Man, it's funny because I was just here. So it's really funny to see, like, how different it looks at the beginning. Like, I have the pixies. I think they're the Dreamweavers. But I have their, like, society quest unlocked because it is the level up quests. So, you know, I stopped and did those today along with everything else, so. It was a plant which might help us. If only I could remember what it looked like. Also, where did the others go? Oh, wait. Yeah, there they are. I just didn't see them, I guess. There's not a soul in sight, and I feel eyes all over us. The sense of disorientation is quite overwhelming. I cannot take a dozen steps without forgetting whence we came. It was that way. Listen, I'm not affected by this, So, yeah. Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun. In which case, then there is a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furrowed tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all of this later. So first, I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. A scrub. Search the scrub but find nothing resembling looking glass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Greetings, mortal. What is your name? Oh, you don't have a name? Very, very sad. I've had so much fun with it. Never tell a fairy your name. Never, ever, ever tell Faye your name. There is power in names. Search the scrub but find nothing resembling looking grass. What is the thing you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. Such a rude child, and too clever by half. Shall seek my fun elsewhere. I've never actually, like, interacted with anything, you know, because obviously, you know, you know, you can interact with the things, but it's better not to, I'm sure. But I've never actually, like, responded to their questions. This is just the same scrub as before, I think. Yes, it is. So what am I looking for? This is not the one that I literally just interacted with a moment ago? Maybe not. Visitor, where are you from, pray tell? Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. Ahem, what brings you here? Ah, stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants in our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. How have we to turn you away? Stay a while. Stay forever! Ha ha! Your body begins to feel heavy. I did find the looking grass in that one. Now, was that an impossible mission reference? Or is that just coincidence? There was a video game where your mission was to get into a, like, structure, where, like, this evil like scientist was, and your goal was that you had, I think it was 2 hours to run through a randomly generated map, find a series of randomly generated blueprints, and like, put them together to create something that would, like, defeat the scientist, basically. And when the game starts, you hear, "Stay a while. Stay forever. There was a little bit more dialogue to it than that, but that was the general. I wonder if I can find it on YouTube. Impossible Mission. Commodore 64.
Destroy him, my robot.
These are just a couple of the voice clips. Destroy him, my robot. Oh. There it was, but I was talking.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever. And then you just kind of have to go through the whole freaking mission as you like put things together to like make an object that you can then input into, I'm assuming, into a computer. No. I see.
Mission accomplished. Congratulations.
Wow. I've never actually beaten it. Here. Let me bring it up for a quick second. Assuming I have a YouTube source. Do I not? I guess I don't have that automatically. YouTube. Name is already in use. So where the frick is it? Like, if it's already in use, then where is it? I don't see it anywhere. Oh, here it is. It's on freaking another source. And if I turn that on, what is that? Oh, no. Okay, it's not even set to freaking the actual YouTube. Sorry, this is perhaps a bit more complex than I expected. Oh, okay, yeah. That's good enough. So like here at the bottom of the screen, you know, you've got all these like puzzle pieces, right? And you're like trying to put them together until you can find like these little like cards. This is, I was gonna say, that's probably all sped up, I'm assuming. And it looks like it was. Mirror. And then you put them all together. Like, these are the robots.
No. Mission accomplished. Congratulations.
That's literally it. That's the end of the game. But yeah, I mean, this is a half an hour video. This is by Monty Mole, apparently, but Impossible Mission by Dennis Casrell. FFXIV. And like I said, the whole map, it's just randomly generated. And every, like, object has the possibility. Yeah, search every object or piece of furniture in the room for password puzzle pieces. And as you can see, some of these robots are just, you know, they go back and forth. Some of them can shoot lasers. Some of them can, like, follow you. You know, stuff like that. And it's just a bunch of, like, little elevators. And you can, like, find little keys that will, like, disable the robots in some of the rooms for periods of time. There's, like, this thing that I could never figure out what you were supposed to do. Elven Stronghold contains 2 code rooms where you can earn additional passwords for disabling the robots. Sequence of squares will flash on the wall. Touch each square in sequence. The notes are sorted in ascending order. Interesting. Yeah, this could be something cool to just, like, watch. Like, not, you know, on here. But I mean, like, you know, it's something all of you could consider, you know, checking out if you want. Like, this robot down here is, like, following him, except that it's apparently not able to move. Nope, and he just turned off the robots because he had a disable robots password. And again, this is Monty Mole 1976. So, you know, you can check them out, give them a shout out. You know, hey, you know, Serene showed me your stream or whatever, your, like, videos. But yeah, again, it's just I'm just wondering if it's a reference to
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Stay forever, you know.
Stay a while. Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
So, I mean, that was the line, stay a while, stay forever, you know? So, like, was that really a reference to a game that old, you know? Like, cool if so, but just surprising, freaking, you know, 2018, I want to say? For Shadowbringers? Or was this the expansion that got delayed because of COVID? No, okay. I think it was Endwalker that got delayed because of COVID. Shadowbringers release date is July 2nd, 2019. So yeah, we had we didn't even have an idea that COVID was going to be a thing yet. Take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Possessed of a furled tip, this peculiar plant can apparently be used to see hidden pixies. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixie's veil of invisibility. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use. Stay a while. Stay forever. Commodore 64 freaking voice synthesis.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
No! We are found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before. Look! Look! Twins! How adorable!
Aww!
It is kind of a neat idea, though, using, like...
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Using, like, Irish, like... I'm assuming Irish voice actors. You know?
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Elmeg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we?
Should we? Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition, that you first lend us a helping hand, or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger, Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Pixie chores. Ilmag the Fairy Kingdom. Complete. Sol Uin's request. Sol Uin aches for your attention. Oh, look at me, look at me. I have a task for you. Little Iran is our beloved village. We want it to always look lovely. It can't look lovely without flowers blooming. No flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as simple, yes? I'm gonna attempt, but, like, you know, apologies if it's, like, if my freaking, apologies if the accent just is terrible. Oh my gosh, I forgot again. Freaking, I need to go to Kalusia, and I need to go to Amaran. I need to kill a Gilman and a freaking island rail, and I'm definitely gonna forget yet again after this, because I forgot in the first place. Like, I came here for that. I stopped and I did the Dreamweavers, quests. And then I fought the one target I had here. Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here. Great big bustling place called Vobert, or Bovert, or some such. But the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here. We've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? But yeah, I came here and I got the hunt from here, and then apparently completely forgot to continue elsewhere. Considering that I still have the other 2 hunts to do. So, whoopsies! Oh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. Now, normally, when you do this via MSQ, you can just pick up all 3 quests and do them all together. But that's apparently not how New Game Plus works. Done sowing the seeds? Thank you. This will help Lida Laran live up to its name, which means Flower House, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow fae folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring, this is our home, and it could be yours too, forever and ever and ever. Yay. Yes Yala? Or is it Yes Lala? Whatever it is, they hunger for your attention. I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit, a little fruit will set me aright. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens. For example, like, I have to run all the way out here. But if I could, I would pick up the quest before that. But it won't let me. Because this is New Game Plus. And I guess New Game Plus can only handle you having 1 quest at a time. For whatever reason. It seems like that would be a self-imposed like thing, you know. Like, it seems like, you know, it should have been that it seems like they would have had to, like, program that aspect in there. And that it wouldn't just be because of New Game Plus. But I also don't know anything about programming, so maybe it isn't. You know, maybe in order to make the New Game Plus work and not have, like, some bugs or something. You know? Maybe they had to impose the limit or something. While I don't know game programming, I do know some amount of game development. And I can say that yes, I have had things happen in the game that I'm working on where it's like, hey, you know, in order for this thing to work, I need to, you know, do something like weird and specific and, you know. So, did you get the fruits? Bell fruits, the sweet and succulent fruit of the bell tree, favored by pixies. Oh, and thank you ever so much. You saved me. Yes, saved me from my boredom. Should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. Ah, you've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things, hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. Ul Sigun's plea. And see, this is the thing, like, all of the other names are capital here. So you would think that if it was an L, it would have been capitalized. And so it must be that it's an I, but the I and the L look exactly the same. Freaking find a font where I and L do not look the same, people. Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you'll need to go to Longmere Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Fuith make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. I've completely lost the, like, Celtic, like, a voice that I was attempting. Oh well. It is what it is. Hey look, it's an Undyne. I was very upset the other day. I bought a set of books that were like, you know, here's some, like, you know, here's like a rough rundown of several different mythologies. And when they came in, they were AI written and AI image. I'm like, okay, so they're crap. Speaking of, I've started using a different term that I've seen online lately, which is computer rendered artificial pictures. Now, obviously, that only works for, you know, the pictures, the images. But it's fun to use that because instead of saying AI imagery, you say, yeah, it's got crap in it. And you just capitalize, you know, because it's an acronym, it's all capitalized. And so, like, it really looks like, oh, shoot, you know. Like, it really feels bad when you see that. At least that's my hope. Like, that is the idea behind, like, the person that came up with it. Pixies offered to take you somewhere. Take them up on it at your peril. It's the very first thing Urianger taught me. But yeah, I like the term. Computer rendered artificial pictures. Sorry, I hated this because it's full of crap. You've given water to our children. Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They've wandered into Ilmag as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. They tried to turn us into leafmen when we came here, but we have the blessing of light. So, well, at least I do. I don't know how friggin' Thancred and the others resisted. Unto the truth. Thancred looks just like you feel. How goes it, Rin? So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. I have no troubles worthy of the name. How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed. Whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Oriange once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. So they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composes the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However the pixies have come into being, if we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures. But where to begin? Seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Not during my chores, perhaps. Fail. What? You knew a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? You might have mentioned this earlier. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this Fail, if you please. With the chat mode in say, type Fail. Oh, I have to be at a specific location. I suppose that makes sense. A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about her lovely branch. For such a half-hearted call, you may as well lop me off and cast me aside. Humph, I have no sapling. With the chat mode and say, enter, please, Fail, I need you. Humph, that your idea of a fervent call? A sudden log could do it. A sudden log could do it with more fire. It is a little difficult to see this. In fairness. Yeah, okay. With the chat mode in say, enter. Oh, loveliest of branches, please grant me your succor. There it goes.
You're late! Late!
I love her.
I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting.
I've used you
But my sapling
like twice.
didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing she is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Okay, I gotta say, that was great.
Little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
My childhood.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke. But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well. If it isn't Theo the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of her bag all over your precious village.
Over your precious village.
There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
Aww.
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
Ta-da!
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
I will say, I vastly prefer you know, the Japanese Feo-ul. But this actress, like, is great, you know? Like, this actress has, like, what's the word? What is the word? The points down, you know? Like, she does the italicized text. There's a word for that, but it's not coming to me. Why not? We shall be fine. Go and find Urianger. Send Urianger my regards, and tell him to live somewhere less annoying next time. Feo-ul certainly has a way with the other pixies. For Alphino and Alice's sake, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find they had been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves is called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. But yeah, there's a word for it that I just can't seem to freaking remember right now. But anyway, she does do it great. Like, she does it great, and she's good at the role. My problem is just that Feo-ul's voice is, like, super cute in the Japanese version, at least from what I remember. And it's not, again, it's not that, you know, the voice actress is doing a bad job. It's just that they didn't pick somebody that could do the cute voice, you know? It's been quite a while. Hope Urianger as well. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let us see if he's home.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way.
And
the Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
There he is.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Yep. Or at least Alice and Alphino. Haven't seen Y'shtola yet.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. the hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Tateru, Krill, Uncrid, Yastola. I think that's the Uncrid anyway. That's his old outfit. Even the twins.
were no more. For the weapon spared not one. Not even thee.
I don't know what outfit this is that they have me in, but neat. I didn't even recognize myself there. I almost said, I don't know who the last one is. Like, I don't know what outfit that is.
An age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th Umbral Calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
Everyone died.
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's the element wheel. It's a chart of the elements.
'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Astral and umbral. Wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, water.
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
There we go. The truth.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
There it is. The power of stasis. Light.
And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light.
Yup. A
We would
rejoining.
have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity.
Calamity.
Well,
Which would cause a
at least we have a better
rejoining.
grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilneg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leagia, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
Leagia. Interesting.
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
So yeah, fun. Now this is the part that a lot of FF14 players get wrong, because it's not that astral and umbral are switched. It's that stasis is light and movement is darkness. Astral is still this side, It's just that astral is light. And umbral is darkness. Well, what we the people of the world have done is accidentally inverted their abilities, basically. So, it's not that astral and umbral are wrong. It's that astral is light and umbral is darkness. But a lot of people will tell you that it's that you know, they're backwards, and astral is supposed to be the active one, and umbral is supposed to be the passive one. But it's not, like, that's the part we have wrong. It's not that, it's that astral is the stasis and umbral is the movement. But astral and umbral are still the same. It's just that we have what they do is backwards. Which is like, and I've seen that in the community a lot, especially with the Magic the Gathering cards having come out. Because the Magic the Gathering cards list Zodiark as the umbral god. Because he is. He is the umbral god. Umbral is the element of movement. Astral is the element of stasis. So, it really does, it honestly, like, dropping the astral and umbral term does make it a lot easier, because light is stasis, darkness is movement. So, according cooperation, Urianger fixes you with his gaze. And we'll find out what's up with his gaze next time. So I do hope you've all enjoyed, because if you have, or rather if you have, not because you have, if you have, feel free to subscribe. You can check the playlist for more episodes of the series. You can come out twitch.tv/Serenink. Normally I would stream live over there, but I am in the middle of moving, and so I've been doing a bunch of pre-record videos so that I don't leave you all for like a month with nothing. So, but yeah, with that, I'll see you all next time. It's also why these are like shorter than like stream length, which is usually about 4 hours. And that's just because I have to get a lot of these out. I don't have 4 hours that I can record like one video. You know, I don't have multiple instances of 4 hours. I just have like 4 to 6 hours to record multiple videos. So I've been trying to condense them down to 2 hours because of that.